Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Tuesday, May 24th, 2016. It's currently 8:50 a.m. and we have showers rotating through the New York City metropolitan area, variable cloud cover in the Philadelphia metropolitan area, with winds from the northwest and west around 5 to 10 miles per hour, as an upper level low and surface low exits the region this morning. With periods of showers, we still are at a threat for a few isolated thunderstorms, especially this afternoon for the New York City metropolitan area. But I think Philadelphia, you're pretty much seeing the most of your rainfall for the next 24 or really for the rest of the week. This is a theme we're going to hear quite a bit over the next several days. Temperatures in the New York City metro are along the immediate coast, mid to upper 60s. Temperatures in the Delaware River Valley over eastern Pennsylvania, mid to upper 70s. You heard that right, about a 10-degree thermal gradient from the New York City metro to the Philadelphia metro, and it's all based on the evolution of the marine air masses, the placement of that marine air mass, where cloud cover sets up, where showers set up, and we're going to continue to see that theme through the next several days. Now, for this week, definitely summer-like temperatures. Don't get used to it, though, because while we are definitely going to warm up for the rest of this week with temperatures above normal in the lower to mid 80s, even along the coast, that pattern is not our sustained pattern, unfortunately. And I'll show you in the forecast basically why that is going to be the case. So for today, here's our upper level low and our surface low lifting to the northeast. This trough right here is going to drop south through the New York City metro and through eastern New Jersey. So let's say through northeastern New Jersey and central New Jersey, Monmouth and Ocean counties. That's going to be the edge of our potential for isolated thunderstorms. And a few of these thunderstorms could be severe this afternoon and early evening during the evening rush hour. The key word there is isolated, but a few of these thunderstorms may be capable of very heavy downpours, wind gusts over 40 miles per hour, some small hail, and frequent lightning. So we'll keep an eye on that. Again, the key word here is isolated, but you only need one thunderstorm to create some havoc, especially during the rush hour if it drops through the right locations, like, let's say, right over the Lincoln Tunnel, for example. So we'll keep an eye on that. Now, for eastern Pennsylvania and western New Jersey, especially southwestern New Jersey, you're going to start to see clearing skies. High pressure that's currently over the Ohio River Valley will build into the region, and that's why we'll see a dramatic warm-up in these locations where we'll have temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, while central New Jersey will probably be in the upper 60s to lower 70s, and then Long Island and Connecticut in the mid to upper 60s as you get more cloud cover and rainfall. On the radar, you can clearly see the rainfall associated with this upper level low rotating around the upper level low, dropping south through the Hudson River Valley, western Connecticut, Long Island, New York City, and heading towards central New Jersey. Now, this band of rainfall will rotate through and start to weaken. And then what you're going to see this afternoon is that while it's not widespread, you're going to get these cells, isolated thunderstorm cells, pop up this afternoon, developing first over the Hudson River Valley and over western Connecticut, and then dropping south through the New York City metro into central New Jersey this evening before dissipating and collapsing. And then that's going to be it for rainfall for the rest of the week, as long as the backdoor cold front behaves as it should. We'll talk about that now. So again, for this afternoon, look for showers to be a threat, especially along the coast. A few isolated thunderstorms are concerned. Temperatures along the coast range from the lower to mid 60s over eastern Long Island, eastern Connecticut, upper 60s to lower 70s along the immediate New Jersey coast, the New York City metro, and then you're talking about mid to upper 70s in the Delaware River Valley and in the Philadelphia metro. So the more sunshine you'll see, the warmer obviously you will get. Now this evening, those showers start to exit the region, and by midnight tonight, everyone will have clear skies with temperatures falling very, very little into the lower to mid 60s by tomorrow morning. So temperatures don't fall that much. We'll be slightly above normal for this time of year as far as lows. We should be in the upper 50s, so it's not dramatically warm. But clearly we start to develop a more tropical-like air mass building into the region with a southwesterly wind. And by tomorrow afternoon, we have scattered cloud cover to clear skies, high temperatures throughout the region in the lower to mid 80s, upper 70s along the immediate coast with potential for a sea breeze. But if you're looking for summer-like conditions, it starts tomorrow, and it is absolutely beautiful out with only a slight increase in humidity. On Thursday, again, for the most part, dry conditions. With the increasing humidity and a southwesterly wind, I can't rule out an isolated, extremely isolated shower or thunderstorm, especially over eastern Pennsylvania. But I think most locations will remain dry. Look for lows in the mid to upper 60s, and that is definitely well above normal. And highs in the mid to upper 80s throughout the region. So we definitely warm up on Thursday. If you want summer-like conditions, you want to hit the pool, want to get a nice tan, Thursday is your day, but it's not going to last long. The whole forecast for the Memorial Day weekend and beyond into early next week is predicated on the position of this backdoor cold front. Now, what we're going to see over the next several days is this frontal boundary becoming the main influence on our weather pattern. To the south of this boundary, you're talking about temperatures in the mid-80s, scattered cloud cover, comfortable weather conditions, summer-like weather conditions, perfect for a barbecue. Along and to the north of that frontal boundary, 60s, cloudy, scattered showers. You're talking about a 20-degree thermal gradient. Now, obviously, the further south and west you are, the more likely climatologically to remain to the south and west of this backdoor cold front. After all, we are heading into June, and these backdoor cold fronts usually don't have much life beyond, let's say, New Jersey. So it's typical to see very warm, hot, and humid weather conditions over the southern mid-Atlantic and the southeast. We're talking about 80s and 90s. And then that pushes up into the Philadelphia metro and then runs into the wall into central New Jersey. That's typically what happens in this type of weather pattern. The question is, from day to day, where does this boundary set up? Now, the point I want to make here is that just yesterday in the forecast from the WPC, which is basically NOAA, this frontal boundary was way up here in Maine. And the reason why I want to make that point is not to bash the National Weather Service in any way, shape, or form, but to point out the volatility in this forecast from day to day. The basic thing you need to understand is that what we're going to have to watch out for this entire weekend into early next week is where is this boundary, how strong is a high pressure system over the Canadian Maritimes, and how does that influence that boundary? And of course, what is the potential for cloud cover and showers? That is going to be a day-to-day evolution that we're going to keep an eye on, as it's going to have a significant impact on temperatures and the forecast overall. So if you're planning a barbecue, let's say on Memorial Day, you might have a backup plan. That way you can move everything indoors if you need to. But don't cancel. It's not a washout or anything yet. We'll have to watch this pattern very carefully. So currently, here we are for Friday. We'll have scattered cloud cover. We'll watch out for a few showers over the New York City metro. Look for lows in the mid to upper 60s. Highs in the mid to upper 80s over the Delaware River Valley, upper 70s to lower 80s in the New York City metropolitan area. On Saturday, that boundary is further north as a wave of low pressure passes over the St. Lawrence River Valley. We are clearly in a much warmer atmosphere as a result with a southwesterly wind. Based on what we have right now, we'll have lows in the mid-60s, highs in the lower to mid-80s with scattered cloud cover. Then, on Sunday, that backdoor cold front starts to drop south again. So we have scattered showers as a threat, lows in the mid-60s, highs in the mid to upper 70s along the coast, lower 80s in the Delaware River Valley, again depending on how far south this frontal boundary gets in the afternoon. And then on Memorial Day, now again, yesterday this frontal boundary was forecasted way up here. The difference is this high pressure system is stronger. So this frontal boundary gets pushed further south. So as a result, you're talking about variable cloud cover, more clearing towards the Philadelphia metro, more showers towards the New York City metro, temperatures ranging on Memorial Day in the upper 50s to lower 60s region-wide, lower to mid-70s in the New York City metro, mid to upper 70s in the Philadelphia metro, possibly pushing 80 degrees. Now, if this frontal boundary pushes further south, then you're talking about lower 70s. So again, volatility in this forecast is huge, especially for the Philadelphia metro. And then we head towards Tuesday. That stationary boundary lifts north again as another wave of low pressure passes over southeastern Canada. But watch out for this cold front for the day after. So on Tuesday, we have variable cloud cover, lows in the upper 50s to lower 60s, highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s. So you can see the volatility in this forecast as far as where we can go back and forth here. So in no way, shape, or form is this a slam dunk for the weekend as far as it's going to be summer-like or it's going to be showers. It's going to be dependent on where this boundary sets up. And I've been warning about this for over 2 weeks now. Hey, don't buy into this start of perpetual summer, at least for our neck of the woods. If you're in the Ohio River Valley, if you're in the southern mid-Atlantic, let's say around Washington, D.C., Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, absolutely. But for our neck of the woods, this is our summer pattern, and this is what we're going to have to be dealing with for at least through the first 15 days of June as well. That is your forecast discussion for today. Thank you for following NYNJPA weather, and as always, stay safe out there.